So in this class I am going to discuss about construction of ellipse. The question is, construct an ellipse when the distance between the focus and the directrix is 30 mm and the eccentricity is 3/4. First I have to write the given data. So given that distance between focus and directrix is equal to 30 mm and eccentricity E equal to 3/4. So these are the data given in our question. So by using this data, we are going to construct an ellipse. So first we have to start with the directrix line. So draw one vertical line which is called as directrix, and we have to name that line as D dash. Then we have to draw the central axis, which is drawn from approximately midpoint of our directrix, and we have to give namings as CA. So then we have to utilize our given data. So distance between the focus and directrix is given as 30 mm. Yes, 30 mm. So I am going to mark 30 mm from the directrix. So from the directrix I am marking 30 mm. Okay, and I am going to give name for that point as capital F, which indicates focus. Okay, then we have to utilize our eccentricity value. Since eccentricity value is very less, we have to enlarge the value. So 3/4 is multiplied and divided by 20. So we got 60/80. So the denominator value have to be marked in the x-axis direction through the central axis, and 60, which is numerator value, have to be marked in y-axis direction. This is the hint which we have assumed. So eccentricity E equal to 3/4 into 20/20, that is equal to 60/80, which have to be marked in y-axis by x-axis direction. This is purely assumption. Okay, so first I am going to mark 80 mm from the directrix C2, and that point is to be marked as X. So from X we have to mark the point Y, which is at a distance of 60 mm vertically downwards. So this point is to be marked as Y. Then we have to join C and Y. After joining C and Y, from the focus we have to mark 45 degree on either side. So I am marking 45 degree on the left side and also on the right side. So angle between this line and the central axis should be 45 degree, and similarly this side also 45 degree. Okay, so you have to draw the dimension line. So from the directrix we have marked the focus at a distance of 30 mm. So it is must that we have to mark the dimension. so 30 mm. Okay, so then after drawing two 45-degree lines, we have to give namings at a point where that 45-degree line and our CY line meets, and naming is given as capital S over here, and this point is to be named as capital T. Okay, then we have to draw two vertical lines from the points S and T, and those vertical lines should meet our central axis at a point V1 and V2, and those 2 points are called as vertexes. So this is V1, which means vertex 1, and this point is vertex 2. Okay. So after that, we have to divide the distance between V1 and V2 into n equal halves, and the distance between each division should be 10 mm. The fourth division. Fifth division. Sixth division. Sometimes you may get up to 9 to 10 points, so that's not a matter. So only thing is the distance between all the divisions should be 10 mm and it should be equal. So namings to be given as 1, 1 dash, this point is to be named as 2, and here it is 2 dash, 3, 3 dash, 4, 4 dash, 5, 5 dash, and for me it's the last line 6, 6 dash. So after this we have to identify the path to be traced by our ellipse. So for that we have to measure the distance between 1 and 1 dash. Okay, we have to measure the distance between 1 and 1 dash, which means the distance between this point and this point, and focus point as center. We have to cut two arcs, one is above the reference line and below the reference line on the line 1 1 dash. So I am measuring the distance between 1 and 1 dash. So keeping the focus point as center, I am going to cut an arc. One is above the reference line and another one is below the reference line. Similarly, I am going to measure the distance between 2 dash, and same focus as center. We have to cut two arcs. One is above the reference line and below the reference line. Then the distance between 3 dash is to be measured, and focus as center. We have to cut two arcs. One is above reference line and another one arc cut below the reference line. Similarly, for the 4 dash line, 5 dash, 6 dash, and finally v2, and we have to give namings for each point as p1, and here it is p1 dash. Then p2, p2 dash. Similarly, we have to give namings up to p6, p6 dash. Okay, so after identifying all the points, we have to join all the points through vertex v1 and v2. So we have to join all the points using the smooth curve. So we have to join all the points like this so that we will get the smooth curve. So this is the curve which we need to draw. So this is the procedure for constructing an ellipse. So after completing the ellipse, we have to draw tangent and normal. So for tangent and normal, first we have to take any point on the curve. So I am taking the point over here and I am going to name that point as P. Then we have to join the point P and F. We have to join the point P and F. So at F we have to draw a line perpendicular to PF. So at F we have to draw line which is perpendicular to PF, and that line should meet our directrix. So angle between this line and this line should be 90 degree. So this point is to be named as Q. Then we have to join the points Q and P so that we will get our required tangent. This is our Q, and I am going to join the point Q along with our point P. So this is our tangent, and at the same point we have to draw a line which is perpendicular to PQ, and that point is to be named as normal, and naming is to be given as N and M. Okay, so with this we have completed the construction of ellipse. So at last we have to give the legends that D dash is directrix, F is focus, V1 comma V2 is our vertex, PQ is tangent, NM is normal, and all dimensions are in mm. So with this we have completed the construction of ellipse. If needed, we can draw the second directrix over here, and the distance between V2 and this point should be equal to V1 and C. And if needed, we can give namings as D1, D1 dash. and also we have to mark the second focus point from V2, which is to be named as F2, and the distance between F2 and V2 should be equal to the distance between F and V1. Thank you.